Imagine sitting in a warmly lit room in Minneapolis, 1983. A circle of women, their hands wrapped around steaming mugs, all waiting. Some clutch their fears about their bodies like a secret no one else understands. Geneen Roth steps in, promising them a break not from dieting, but from the war with their own hunger. What if you could eat without shame? What if your body wasn't the enemy? The loop's wide open. How do you get there when every bite feels like a battle? Let's dive into how women in Roth's workshop carry their bodies, not just physically, but emotionally. This weight isn't just pounds, it's a language they desperately struggle to translate. Helen, one of the women in Roth's Minneapolis workshop, breaks down during a session. She confesses how her body, heavy and aching, feels like a personal failure, a map of every disappointment. But Jenny doesn't ask her to lose weight, she asks Helen to listen and feel, to meet her body's story without judgment. That moment unlocks something bigger than diet, it's raw honesty. Think of your body like a silent diary where every scar, every pound is a word. Roth explains compulsive eating as a voice trying to soothe unseen wounds, a raincoat against emotional storms. Just like you wouldn't slam a diary shut and ignore its pages, you can't fix your eating without reading why your body writes the way it does. What's wild, once Helen starts listening, truly listening, she stops fighting her hunger. Instead of seeing fat as failure, she sees her body as worthy. The weight, it's still there, but the story changes from I'm ugly to I'm human. It's liberation disguised as a plate of food. The shocker, liking your body isn't about size, it's about peace. Here's where Roth flips the script. Eating isn't just about food, it's about craving something deeper, something emotional. Understanding this is like finding the right map in a wilderness of urges. At one session, a woman named Susan reveals she binges late at night, not because she's hungry, but because she's isolated. The food fills an aching void that no one else can reach. Roth describes how loneliness becomes the real hunger behind each compulsive bite, a hunger no salad can satisfy. Imagine carrying a leaky umbrella in a storm. You open it hoping for shelter, but it's full of holes. Roth uses this vivid picture to explain how food promises comfort but fails to block the emotional rain. That frustration drives people to open it again over and over, never realizing it's the umbrella, the strategy, that's broken. What happens when you ditch the umbrella? Roth's workshop teaches women to identify their true emotional hunger, then meet it directly, sometimes with tears, sometimes with conversations, sometimes with silence. The payoff: compulsive eating loses its grip. The surprising insight: feeding the heart first makes feeding the body natural and guilt-free. Now the workshop's heart, what breaking free really means. This isn't another diet or quick fix, it's a radical rethink of how you live inside your skin. In one powerful exercise, Geneen has the group recite, "My body deserves kindness regardless of size." At first it feels awkward, even impossible, but when Marcy, another participant, repeats it finally with conviction, the room shifts. Guilt, once as thick as fog, starts to lift. This ritual is more than words, it's reclaiming dignity moment by moment. Roth encourages simple acts: touching your skin with gratitude, noticing the strength in your legs, savoring each bite without rush. These aren't just feel-good gestures, they retrain your brain like muscle memory. Imagine switching from autopilot guilt eating to deliberate kindness. That muscle grows, reshaping your emotional and physical self. The breakthrough hits when women realize they don't have to be fixed to be lovable. Helplessness crumbles. They learn to feed themselves, not punish themselves, and that transforms desperation into calm power. The surprise: vulnerability, not control, creates lasting freedom from compulsive eating. Back in that Minneapolis room, the women who arrived with shame now whisper kindness to themselves. Helen's story is no longer one of failure, but of breakthrough. The open loop closes. Freedom comes when you feed your heart first, then your body follows. Try this tonight. Before you eat, pause and ask yourself, what hunger am I really feeding? Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.